Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a wonderful day. Again, thanks for showing the stream yesterday. Great. A few things here. With the actual, if you guys did not see the actual post I made it on the community boards or whatever on YouTube, I did try to work around trying to get people's comments and stuff, all that stuff, approved. On my end, I seen things that I could probably see and fix. Hopefully, user, if you're watching this, you might be able to have that fixed. I'm not quite sure. If it didn't fix, that probably means you've been blind on the YouTube side of things. That has nothing to do on my end, which I can't do nothing about, unfortunately. So if you guys are actually bad on that end, I don't think I can do anything there. But as a statement, I don't ever ban people on my YouTube channel or in the comments. I think I want to hold the same thing as Nick Okada here, is that I just won't deal with spam or pornographic stuff, mostly due to the fact that if you do that, it really hurts the channel in terms of the pornographic stuff. Spam, not so much, but I don't want to spam because I want to be able to people to be able to chat in the chat with each other, or be able to see the actual chat. And with spam, it doesn't really work that well if people do that. But other than that, that's it. There's no restrictions. Say whatever the hell you want, because this is a free speech platform on at least this channel, so you do what you will, and you'll be even more free speech when Rumble is involved. Without further ado, though, ladies and gentlemen, we have Anheuser-Busch is going full scared mode. Emergency meeting, if you will. And it doesn't seem to be doing too great. Because, you know, they have to do something to try to stop the bleeding. And the bleeding is going to continue to happen because we have Anheuser-Busch XX held closed-door meeting with beer distributors and told them any marketing will be heavily screened before it goes public. Following Dylan Mulvaney backlash. We have here that Ben Stamen, editor of Beer Marketers Insights, said that spending on the brand fell off a cliff last year, but Anheuser-Busch X promising to rectify the situation, New York Post quoted. I don't even know if it even fell. It didn't fall off the cliff last year. It fell off the cliff this year. Stop coping. It's not because of the last year stuff that happened. It's because of the current year that it's happening. Let's stay on track here. Bud Light sales have fallen dramatically since transgender influencer Mulvaney's first post with the brand on April 1st, but a fresh marketing push is set to begin this week. The company is expected to have a big push during the NFL draft and a bid to revive the brand in the coming days, Stamen said. And which I find hilarious because I don't think this is actually going to do too well. I think this is going to have a negative. And what I mean by that is that why would anybody want to watch the NFL if they're trying to support Bud Light or what have you? Especially if it comes down to the draft or it's not even the game. So they're really trying to make the benefit or the plus side of the NFL, and people start boycotting the NFL. It's going to be hilarious. This is them in massive desperation mode. They have no other choice, and the only way they could possibly do it is more of a surefire deal with the NFL, which people started hating the NFL with the whole the American flag or BLM stuff anyways. So I don't see if they're really going to win people there in the first place. It'll probably might actually be a negative for them. On top of the marketing blitz, executives working for Bud Light will also go through a more rigorous screening process, according to one Northeast-based beer distributor who spoke to NYP. There will be an improved screening process before any marketing hits. The public executives will have to go through a more rigorous screening process, Bud Light execs said during Zoom meetings this month. According to Beer Business Daily, the wholesalers received a letter in which execs explained the entire situation, including this one single can given to one social media influencer. This can was not made for production or sale to the general public. Beer Business Daily, however, has assessed that Anheuser-Busch fallout from the Mulvaney's drama is immaterial to the company's global financial performance. Bud has rebounded to its previous quite lofty heights, the trade publican said. I don't think it has. I think they're going to be lying. We'll be showing that very soon as well. This comes after the number of people ordering Bud Lights at bars and restaurants across the country have plummeted in the weeks following the company's partnering with Dylan Mulvaney. Between early to mid-April, Bud Light's pours were down 6% at 3,000 locations, according to research by tech company Beer Board. In comparison, between March 18 to April 1st, the 2 weeks before the transgender influencer partner with the beer company, Bud Light had actually outperformed in its category by 15%. On April 1st, transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney posted a video of herself cracking open a Bud Light on her Instagram page. She showed off a can with her face on it and the Bud Lights and her many of corporate freebies she gets shares and with her millions of followers. I'm going to assume this is their talk about Dylan Mulvaney, so I'm going to be calling him. Especially considering the fact that it still has a male name, by the way, which Dylan, last time I checked, is a male name. It could be unisex, but I want to go by male because I have seen more, fair enough, of actual men being named Dylan than female. So, yeah, we're just going to go with him, or his. According to the Beer Boys, Bud Light has dropped to from third to fourth in overall rate of sales, April 22nd to April 15th. Bud Light has long been America's best-selling beer, but its U.S. sales are down 2% so far this year, part of a long-running decline as younger consumers flock to sparkling seltzers and other drinks, according to Bud Consulting. Those sales declines were precipitated rapidly in April, and the week ending April 15th, Bud Light's sales dropped 17% compared to the same week ago. So yeah, we have that. We have this where we have Bud Light sales plunge 50% at tri-state area grocery chain Stu Leonard's over Dylan Mulvaney ads. The regional supermarket chain said its 8 stores in Westchester County, Long Island, Connecticut, and New Jersey have seen their Bud Light sales drop by half since Mulvaney began shedding the brand on April 1st. Now here's a big thing that people need to realize here, right? It says New Jersey. This is in Connecticut. This is huge in the fact that Connecticut and New Jersey are very far left Democratic places. So if you are talking about these places here, that's actually massive. That means a lot of the people in these areas are not actually wanting to pick up the beer because of the actual amount of the controversy and the stalemate of how bad the brand is, how bad they messed up. Meanwhile, Coors Light sales has jumped by an equal measure, nearly 50% in the past 2 weeks. According to Andrew Hollis, Stu Leonard's director of grocery, says the publicity over the transgender issue, we've seen Coors Light outselling Bud Light for the first time, Hollis told the Post. As a result, Hollis is purchasing more Coors beers and less Bud Light, he told the Post. We order what we need on a weekly basis, and I have been cutting back on our Bud Light orders, he added. Historically, Stu Leonard's has sold about 20,000 Bud Light 6-packs a year compared to 15,000 Coors Light 6-packs, he added. So, yeah, we have, it's a good day for Coors. Coors Light is owned by Molson Coors Brewing Company nationwide. Bud Light sales have fizzled by 17%, with the shipping volume dropping a straggling 21% in the week ended April 15th, according to data Nelson IQ and Bump Williams Consulting. I'm stunned by how widespread the impact has been felt, said Beer Marketers Insights Edge Bench statement. If there's a 21% drop nationwide, that tells you that this hit is not just red and rural. Yeah, as I said, these are very far left, very Democratic held places. So this is not even reaching the Democratic people either. This is the reason why what I'm saying here is that these people are catering to a group of people that are a very small minority of the population. I have talked to Democratic people, I have talked to people that are both on the right side and the left, what have you, and a lot of them are just middle of the road, whatever people. The Democratic people, I think, that are not the far left, that are not insanity, these people, especially some of the women that even view my channel, I don't know if they're Democratic, but if they are, it doesn't really matter. If they're a Republican, it's okay. But regardless, the people that I usually see are the women that would become Democratic or whatever are not this crazy. They're not that insane. The Democratic people, from what I've noticed, is that they don't have a side to choose from. The liberals are not getting their point across. That may fit more closer to where their side of the aisle is, where right is a bit too much for them, so they don't really vote that, but so they don't have Democratic to vote for. But they don't really vote for all the Democratic policies. Let me put this out too, by the way. If you don't have that ability, either vote for the middle of the road or vote red, because I'm going to tell you right now, if you just vote Democratic, it's not going to help you in the long run because you're still going to get these horrible policies if you have no way to do it. If you don't vote at all, you're not really changing anything, but you're not really helping either. So if you really want to see positive change, you kind of have to vote read, and you have to be careful. If you guys need more information, please feel free to email me, and I'll try to give you all the information you have to help you get your best vote out there. It's what I do. I don't have no problem with this. So yeah, I think these people just cater to the very small majority of people. The small minority are very loud ones that want to push everything onto other people, when majority of the country or majority of people don't think this way. It's just insanity that they think that they do. So they need to come back to reality. And what we have here is that we have, the Coors Light coverage. Coors is up, as we can see, $50 USD, 68%, and it's been rising. So, yeah, then we have, of course, with the Anheuser-Busch here, where this, let's go with stock, okay. Why wouldn't it not, there we go. And then we go with stock here. It's not doing too great. In fact, I don't even think it's even wanting to show here. That's the bigger thing. So yeah, it's definitely, you see, it's down. It's not doing too hot. It's not doing great. So that being said, it's not looking good for Anheuser-Busch. They're trying desperately to try and make sales, desperately trying to get something back to themselves, and it's just not really working. It's they're being suffocated. Came up with the boycott, ladies and gentlemen, because we're doing good here, and they not. Alright guys, that's our video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.